My name is Amin Naim. I play at the Calder Kansas here and I play as a forward.
Tell us a little bit more about that role at the Cannons. You've got several sources to goal and you've been able to hit the scoreboard regularly in the first half of the season. So tell us how you have assessed it so far. You obviously got the call up to trial for Vic Metro, didn't quite make the final squad, but it has been a pretty solid start by yourself for the Cannons.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Obviously, as you said, trying to hit the scoreboard as much as I can and set up goals and create opportunities for the team. So that's one of my strengths, is my goal sets, whether I'm kicking the goal or setting up a teammate, try to play to that as much as I can. And it's been a pretty solid start. I've been happy how we're going as a team and personally. Trying to play to my other strengths such as my endurance, my aerial ability in the air, and taking a lot of marks leading up to get a target for my team. So yeah, it's been a pretty solid start.
When you compare where you are at the moment compared to where you wanted to be in pre-season and the goals you would have laid out for yourself, obviously everyone talks about wanting to play the highest standard of footy they can. But in terms of the process-driven goals to get there, what on-field things did you want to show this year, and do you feel like you've been able to do that?
Yeah, just continue to play to my strengths. As I said, to hit the scoreboard, set up goals, create goal-scoring opportunities for the team. That's been something I really look big on coming into the year, and I feel like I've done an okay job at doing that so far. Taking a lot of marks, whether that be contested on the lead, being clean on the ground, making the right decisions with the ball, trying to play to my strengths and continue to look after the process week in, week out, prepare well for the game, for each and every game, and go out there and enjoy it and embrace it with my teammates.
And tell us about a couple of those teammates. You've obviously got a really strong forward line there at the Cannons. You've got Isaac Kako, who's got his step and his agility, a really strong prospect for next year. Hugo Garcia, who's really strong and obviously works really hard, and Jordan Croft, who you can probably tap into a bit with his marking. Tell us about what you've been able to learn from them. It's obviously a really strong forward line you've got going.
Yeah, we've got a really strong forward line, as you said. They're all great players. They've all got amazing strengths that they use every single game, and that's why I think we're a really dangerous forward line. So, I've been able to learn so much off them. We've also got really good relationships off the field. We all get along really well, so that helps. And on the field, as you said, Crofty's a brilliant mark overhead. So I try to watch him and learn how I can implement that into my own game. And Hugo is a big workhorse. He loves running the ground. So, as I said before, endurance is probably one of my strengths too. So, when we turn the ball over, I want to be able to be quick to react and try to be a good defensive player too. And Isaac Kako, he's a really, really good player, as we know, and he's got amazing agility, and that's something I worked really hard on in the off-season over the summer, which was my agility and quick 20-metre bursts. So, these three players and all of us have got really good strengths that we try to tap into every single game, and so far it's been working really well, and hopefully as a team we can continue that, and personally hopefully continue to train really hard and continue to be the player I want to be.
Do you watch vision of them? Is it through training with them that you're able to get that, or is it other people that you're training with to take your endurance to the next level and really strengthen those strengths and contested marking and everything else that you bring to the table?
Yeah, it's a mix of everything, I guess. Training alongside them every single week, you just consciously or unconsciously just learn off them, and just watching vision every single week, what I need to do better to improve. So obviously, every player's got room for improvement, and I try to learn from what I need to work on each and every week, and to make myself a better player personally and for the team. So yeah, it's been a really combination of things to be able to take things into my own game and improve my own game, and they've been really big on that. Those players have been really big for me in terms of that.
You're vice captain at the Calder Cannons. You're also co-captain of the AFL Multicultural Academy in pre-season. You played a game against the Indigenous Academy. Tell us about leadership and how you've tried to implement that this season. Has that been a real area of growth for you?
Yeah, definitely. Leadership, growing up as a junior, I used to be a bit shy, didn't really use my voice, and didn't have the greatest leadership qualities. So over the last probably year and a half, I've been trying to really challenge myself to use my voice, lead by example, always help my teammates whenever they need something, whether that be on or off the field. So yeah, leadership's been a massive growing area for me, and just trying to be myself. I guess that's the best way to be a leader. Just be yourself, always be there for your teammates, help them on and off the field. And I was privileged enough to be able to be the co-captain of the multicultural team and currently the vice captain of the Calder Cannons. So that's been something I'm really blessed to be, and I've tried to be myself, as I said, and be the best leader I can be for the team.
Tell us about the experience of playing for the Multicultural Academy and getting to mix with people from all over the state.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. To be recognised as one of the best multicultural talents in Australia was a pretty humbling thing to know, and to be able to go interstate to Queensland over the summer and play a game against the Indigenous Academy was really cool, and we got a really good win, and to be able to fit in with people from all different ethnicities and backgrounds and cultures, that was really cool, and learn their different cultures. So it was a really cool experience. It was a great couple of days over there, and the highlight was obviously that game and playing well.
And another thing that would no doubt have aided your leadership over the journey, and it's been a big part of your footy journey, has been part of the Bachelor Footy Academy. Tell us about how important that's been for your footy journey, but also for your personal growth.
Yeah, they've been massive. I've been there since probably 11 or 12 years old, working under Bachelor Footy and Amin Naim, both who have been at the highest level, and to be able for them to give us knowledge of what they've learned over their journey and give it to us has been massive, Not just on the field, they've been obviously really big in improving my skills on the field, but also off the field, our religious side, our faith side, leadership. They've been, I keep in contact with them as much as I can and try to pick their brains about where I can improve on and off the field. So they've been awesome, and I love being a part of the group and trying to learn as much as I can off them.
When you do reflect critically on being part of the Bachelor Footy Academy, tell us about what you have been able to learn from a skills perspective, because obviously having those two mentors in particular that you touch on from such a young age would be beneficial. We know that talent league programs start at under 16. There's obviously some talent pathway before that, but to have that level of knowledge and level of wisdom to tap into at such a young age must have been really beneficial.
Yeah, it was very beneficial, and I still, as I said, I'm still a part of the group, so I'm constantly learning off them, and to be able to get that expertise at such a young age was so beneficial, as you said. And Ahmed Saad, he's obviously, he was at the Saints for a while, and he's big on training really hard and working really hard. So I get a lot of motivation from that, just to continue to train really hard, and always look to ways to improve. And Basha, he's big on training hard as well, but also looking after yourself off the field, religiously, in terms of leadership, personally. So just a combination of on and off the field has made me not only a better footballer, but a better person.
And you're also one of several Calder cannons that are part of the Essendon Next Generation Academy. Another excellent experience for you, and another way that you've been able to develop your footy. Tell us how that's been.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool to be a part of the Essendon NGA. I was really happy when I found out I was inducted, and just to be able to go to the hangar and where the Bombers actually train and do their stuff is pretty cool. Learning extra craft and covering rail, doing an extra gym session at the facilities they've got there is not many people get the opportunity to do that. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity, and really blessed to be a part of it. And it's been so massive on my football development, learning how to look after myself off the field, recover well, and also continue to add to my craft on the field.
Yeah, tell us about the preparation and recovery side of things in particular, because that's probably one side of things that you can probably tap into a little bit earlier than some others.
Yeah, exactly. Recovery and preparation is so important, especially as professional athletes, as we're all aspiring to be. That's really important, and just be able to get the right sleep, the right nutrients in, how to recover well after games, and I've been able to learn so much because of that, and I've been able to implement that into my everyday life and just look after my body as best as I can, and hopefully that translates to good performance on the field. And I feel like so far this year it's been so big in looking after myself off the field, and I feel like that's been able to give me the best opportunity to play well each and every game.
Certainly looks like it's translated onto the field pretty well so far. Amin Naim, thanks for having a chat. It's been a pleasure to find out a bit more about you.
No worries, thanks for having me, appreciate it.